Hello again, and welcome back to Granny Dorothy Visits. Welcome to the Granny Dorothy family. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I've picked out 3 readings, not too long, and this one is called Your Reality is Waiting. And the first one from Louise Hay's Everyday Positive Thinking. And this quote is by Sherry Carter Scott. Acknowledge that you are the source of your manifestations. And the next one from Julia Cameron's Heart Steps. And the quote at the top of the page is from Diane Marie Child. It's funny because the last one I did, she was also the one, but anyway, it's a good quote. We're afraid of feelings. We rush through our lives searching, yet not living. For those who have the interest to look closely, life becomes art. And this is called Time is My Friend. My time is expansive and flexible. I have enough time, more than enough time, to accomplish my dreams and my goals. I use my time wisely. I understand the fluidity of time. I pace myself with ease, claiming my right to determine my own tempo and rhythm, velocity and trajectory through life. Time does not rule me. Time does not dominate me. I work with time as a flexible tool. I relish my use of my time. I'll read that sentence again. Time does not dominate me. I work with time as a flexible tool. I relish my use of time. That's it. I relish my use of time. That's good. And the last one is from Wayne Dyer's You'll See It When You Believe It, The Way to Your Personal Transformation. Tell yourself that everything you visualize is already here. Remember what Einstein taught us about time. Time does not exist in the linear world. It is man's invention because of his limited vision and his need to compartmentalize everything. There really is no such thing as time. Just let these words sink in and be open to the possibility that they are truthful. Now, in a universe in which time does not exist, everything that you are capable of thinking of is already here. Where else could it be? That thing in your head that we call a thought is really already here in the physical world. It is not in another solar system or another universe. It is here. But you cannot simply visualize something and then sit around and wait for it to materialize in your life. You must understand that the opportunity for bringing the thought to a physical reality is up to you. And that physical reality is already here on this plane and available for you to make the connection. Your job as a visualizer is to learn to bring it from the astral world of thought to the physical world of form. Suppose that you visualize yourself selling 5 million widgets you have invented. You might say to yourself, how can this image already be here if they haven't even been manufactured yet? Because everything you visualize is already here. But who is going to buy 1 widget apiece? Where are those 5 million people? On another planet? In another solar system? Of course not. They are here already. Of course, there are many steps in bringing that to form. You must know how to manufacture, distribute, and advertise your product. The rest of the steps are already in thought. All you have to do is connect your thoughts with their thoughts to purchase a widget. And what you visualize begins to materialize in the world of form. Suppose you visualize yourself as someone who can run a 26-mile marathon. Where are you going to do that? Right here. Not in another reality system, but right here. Now, when the Wright brothers visualized a plane flying, that reality was already here. We did not need to invent a new reality system in order to produce flying possibilities for humans. We needed to connect our thoughts to the reality that was already here. Once those thoughts were tuned into the frequency of flying as a possibility, that became our reality. The healthy person that you visualize yourself to be is already here, albeit surrounded by the unhealthy earlier thoughts. Understanding that everything that you are capable of seeing within your mind is already here will help you to take responsibility for the entirety of your life. Everything is energy. Nothing is solid. Everything vibrates at its own level of reality. While a form appears to be solid, a simple examination under a microscope reveals that solid object is actually alive with dancing molecules, vibrating at a little less than the speed of light, and thus appearing to us to be solid. Energy is the very stuff of the universe, and thoughts are a part of that stuff. So when you are having a thought about something you would like to see happen for yourself, remember, it is nothing more than connecting the two frequencies together to make the reality happen for you. Keep in mind that if you are capable of conceiving the idea in your head as an image of something that you would like, then it is already here. And when you begin to doubt it, remember to ask yourself, where else could it be if it's not here in our reality system? The thought that I had in my head as a child of appearing on The Tonight Show, as difficult as it is for us to grasp, was already here. If time does not exist, then 1953 and 1976 are essentially the very same thing. If you know in your heart that your images are already here just by virtue of the fact that you can think them, then you will stop waiting around and start working on those images to make them your physical as well as your inner reality. Where else could they be? Is a wonderful question to ask yourself when you start doubting that your images are going to work out for you. Very interesting, don't you think? You'll see it when you believe it. So I've read so many things about, manifesting and having faith and believing in it. And I think we have to just keep trying and striving until we are able to bring it into our reality. I mean, I think that there's oftentimes we can't be, the right brain one, and too practical in our thinking, because then we'd say, that can't be, that can't be, that can't be. Well, we have to have an open mind and think, well, maybe it can be. Why not? Why can't it be? Our world is pretty magnificent in this. The thinking of the reality of the the vibrations and everything, and how we've always looked at life as, you know, the things that are solid forms and can't be moved or changed, or I don't know. I think you got to keep an open mind and go for it. Try for it. It's worth a try anyway. Anything that's going to make your life better and more joyful and full of love and kindness, and that's what I want for you. So I send you my love. Until next week. Bye for now.